No. I promise you. Hi, kids. I promise you. I didn't just beat him with the book for him to be.
Just restart.
No. No, I ain't got time for that. Now, hi, kids. Today's guest is Matthias. Okay, we're reading one of our favorite books. This is one of our favorite family books, and it's called Sniffles for Bear. Now, look, y'all know I'm trying to get my life together, and this glare is a thing that I just, oh my gosh.
I don't think kids under the age of 5 know what getting their life together means.
I know some children that know what that means. So anyway, Sniffles for Bear. Oh my goodness, it's a really cute book. Can you see that? The Sniffles for Bear. And it's about a bear and his bestie named Mouse. Matthias.
What?
Be nice. All right. Sniffles for Bear. Oh my gosh. Look at this glare. I'm sorry,
Turn
y'all.
the brightness down.
I'm sorry. Sniffles for Bear by Bonnie Becker and illustrated by Katie McDonald Denton. You see what's going on over here? It's a whole lot of bloopers in the episode.
You can cut it all out. Can't get any darker than that.
It's so bright. It's so bright. It's so bright. Maybe.
I don't think that helped.
It helped a little bit. Okay. Can y'all see that? That's page 1. Isn't that pretty? I love hand-drawn and hand-painted artwork. Okay. Bear was sick. Very, very sick. His eyes were red. His snout was red. His throat was sore and gruffly. In fact, Bear was quite sure no one had ever been as sick as he. No one. Bear's not in the picture yet. Right, Bella? Oops, I said it. I said the nickname. All right. Now, this is a very big picture. It looks so nice. Right? I love the way that looks. One morning, Bear heard a tapping on his front door. Come in, he rasped. Oh, he's being a big baby. Are you a big baby when you're sick?
No, maybe. I can't remember.
Mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed, bustled into Bear's living room. Bear huddled in his chair, big and brown and sniffly snouted. He had a terrible cold. I am come, declared Mouse. Soon you'll be good as new. Bear frowned. Mouse was too cheerful. You ever have friends like that? Get Mouse down there. He's a little wee mouse. All right. I am quite ill, Bear reminded him. Indeed, said Mouse. I have just the thing. Mouse rifled through his bag, then settled next to Bear with a yellow book in his paw. It was spring, Mouse read. The sky was blue. The sun was happy. All the birds were singing. Why are you looking like this? You have a tear in your eye.
That's from laughing.
Stop, growled Bear. I feel you do not appreciate the gravity of my situation. Mouse looked sad, but his tail didn't. In fact, I may not be long for this world, Bear huffed. Oh my, said Mouse. Yes, Bear mumbled, coughing pitifully. I grow weaker by the moment. Bear sounds like a drama king. You see, Mouse, he's reading the story too.
Bear overreacts.
Bear overreacts. Do you know anybody who overreacts? Ah! I have just the thing, Mouse announced. I shall soothe you with a song. Oh, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming. Disgraceful, barked Bear. Don't you like singing? Asked Mouse. When someone is dreadfully ill, you sing mournful songs. Everyone knows that, growled Bear. He blew his nose with a honk. I have just the thing, said Mouse. He rifled through his bag. Plunk, plink, plunkety, twing, twang, plunk. Mouse strummed heartily on a tiny banjo. That isn't mournful at all, cried Bear. It gets sadder later, Mouse promised. Twing, twang, plunk. This is impossible! Intolerable! Bear started to roar, but he was too weak. Look, Bear wheezed. Look at my paw. It's trembling. You must help me to my bed. Oh my goodness. He is pitiful. Why is he so pitiful? Why is he so pitiful, Matthias?
He's sick.
Because he's sick. He's ill. Unwell. And indeed, Mouse was most helpful. Most helpful. Look at that tiny little friend helping that big friend all the way up the stairs. My goodness.
What a workout.
What a friend.
What a workout.
He ho. There's a big baby. He tucked Bear in, then whisked out the bedroom door. He returned balancing a big bowl of soup on his head. Nettle soup, Mouse said. I made it myself. Bear sipped cautiously. It was hot and tasted a bit like spinach and straw. Bear rather liked it. Bear's eyes began to close. Better? Inquired Mouse. Bear's eyes snapped open. Certainly not. I think I should make a will. Oh my goodness. Do you know what a will is, Matthias? What's a will?
Things that people write to give out things when they die. Give things away. Bear
thinks he's dying. He don't think he's gonna be here long, so he's gonna give away all his things. Let's see. I have just the thing, said Mouse, fetching a pencil and little notebook from his bag. He perched next to Bear, his pencil poised to write. Bear gazed thoughtfully at the ceiling. I, Bear, he said, leave my red roller skates to... Bear paused. Mouse leaned forward eagerly. To Mouse, announced Bear. Hooray! Said Mouse. Oh, he always wanted Bear's big old red skates. I don't know what he's going to do with them. Sleep in them?
Like, he's not like a go-kart.
That's right. He's going to ride them like a go-kart. He's so excited. Look at, he is riding like a go-kart. You see him? He said, those skates will be my go-kart. sorry, the pages are just so shiny you can't see them. Bear frowned. You needn't be so happy about it. I also leave my mop to Mouse. He quickly added. Mouse didn't look interested in that. And my wash bucket, added Bear. At last, Mouse seemed to understand the gravity of the situation. Anything else? Asked Mouse. I'm too weak to go on, said Bear. Perhaps I could just add your. Oh, wait. Perhaps I could just add your tea kettle helpfully, said Mouse. Being a good friend. He has a lot. A lot of blankets.
All small blankets too.
Have you no decency? Bellowed Bear, sitting bolt upright in the bed. Your strength has returned! Exclaimed Mouse. Oh my
You look better.
gosh. No, it hasn't, said Bear, falling back. Ugh, that was just the last flicker before the dark. I see. Mouse folded his paws and looked very sad, even his tail. Bear's voice dropped to a whisper. Farewell, Mouse. Goodbye, Bear, murmured Mouse. Bear closed his eyes. He lay very still. He began to snore. What that? You think I'm doing too much?
No.
That's how I used to read to him. He was little, he liked it. After a long while, Bear opened his eyes. He saw Mouse. I feel better, Bear said. Mouse nodded, but he didn't look so good. His eyes were watery, and he made sniffling sounds. What do you think is happening?
COVID.
Oh, be quiet. Perhaps you better lay down, said Bear, getting out of bed. Mouse didn't argue. I think Mouse caught Bear's cold. Don't you think? Yes. Let me see those pictures really good. I hope you can.
Just a cold. Just a cold.
Cold. Oh, man. Do you want to make a will? Bear asked. Mouse shook his head. Bear carefully tucked him in. I'm sorry you're sick, said Bear. Thank you, Bear. Mouse sniffled. After a moment, he added, that was just a teeny. Bear smiled. Oh, Mousy caught his cold. Now Bear's being a good friend. So Bear can be a little bit snippy, feisty,
Dramatic.
extra. But it seems like he's still a good friend. Yeah, because that's what good friends do. They help each other. Mouse closed his eyes and was soon snug asleep. He's sleeping. You see him all tiny in there. All right. Well, I hope you have good friends that help you in your time of need, right? Yes. One time I was sick and my kids had to help me, and they were so good at it. They did a good job. They took such good care of me.
It was hard.
No, it wasn't. Okay, he says it was hard. It probably was. But anyway, so that's one of our favorite our favorite books, Sniffles for Bear. And we're about to say goodnight. I want you to remember you're wonderful, you are loved, and I hope you come back and see another story. I might have another guest next week.
Is that a camera? Wait, no, hold up. That's just something right there.
He can't pay attention. But anyway, have a good
I
night.
found car keys.
Oh my